We back. Welcome back to another episode of Unofficially Retired, man. I'm your host, Judah the Shooter, man, and we do all facts, no fluff this way around these parts. Only fluff and frill you're going to get from me is these little Christmas thingies that's over here. I don't know what to call them. It's an overlay, but I don't know what they really are. The reindeer and the socks and the ornaments and shit. There you go. Happy holidays, y'all, man. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas. We do these on Thursdays. Christmas is on Thursday, and so is New Year. Is the New Year, so we'll kind of see how I play these next couple weeks as far as the videos go. Might still be Thursday, might be Wednesday. The day before might be Friday. Who knows? But you could know if you turn on them post notifications, man. If you hit that bell, hit that one bell next to that subscribe button and everything. All right, you feel me? So that's all I'm gonna say there. You know, loaded show for y'all today. Got a few different topics. Got a few mailbag questions in there. Mailbag is just me reaching out to my supporters and asking them, to ask me questions about how they feel about the NFL season, things of that nature. So we got that coming up. Got a new must-win segment coming up. We got the bad game or bad sign, player of the week, checking the receipts, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So let's get right into it. Checking the receipts for week 15. It was a rough week for most of us. JC, anytime he does not agree with me and bro, he usually ends up with a better record. So, there's that. He did not agree with me and bro the entire time, so he did have a better record. I went 8-7 last week. I mean, over 500, so I guess we'll take it. JC went 10-5. Bro went 6-9. He had a rough one. He be trying to pick these upsets. Let me tell you, everything ain't that complicated sometimes. You know what I mean? But this is why we call it that segment Locker Shock, bro, because there was a lot of shockers going on. There's a lot of craziness going on. Speaking of craziness going on, boy JC in the building.
Yo.
The craziest.
Hey, got the Christmas set up.
Christmas, you know what I'm saying? I told you those little ornaments. It took me forever to figure out what the hell them was around. I just called it an overlay. So.
Okay.
Yes, sir. How you doing, my guy?
Hey, man, just ready to talk some ball. Got a very important football game come on tonight, so I'm ready.
You know it. Hold on. You didn't get a proper introduction. Welcome. I mean, but we was getting into the you just about right on time, brother. We was getting into the checking the receipts. So you had the best week. I was telling the people that when you don't agree with me and bro, you usually do pretty well. That one even in all the way. Was you able to hear me?
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Okay, so my whole intro, the headphones wasn't plugged in all the way. So y'all bear with me on that intro. This the part of doing it live sometimes. Stuff don't be right. Anyway, you went 10-5 last week, JC. I went 8-7, and bro went 6-9. Yeah, he had a rough one. He be trying to pick all them upsets, and be like, bro, football not that complicated sometimes.
Yeah, there was definitely some upsets.
That Tampa, Atlanta.
Yeah, and then Saints, Panthers. Other than that, though, I feel like really all the favorites pretty much won.
Maybe that Minnesota Dallas. They got smoked.
34th. Yeah, I mean, they both. That's a toss up in my opinion. Like I thought, I probably was giving Dallas a little bit more credit than deserved due to them kind of being a little bit more in the playoff race than Minnesota. But at this point, they pretty much out of it, I guess.
Yeah, they got a 0.8% chance to make.
Okay, so yeah, they done.
They're pretty much cooked. No, I said that because shit, I put my stock in Dallas because I ain't have no stock in JJ. He made them look like he actually knows how to play quarterback. So That one. Yeah, I think everything else was pretty even. I can't believe y'all took Cincinnati. I can't believe y'all did that over Baltimore.
Baltimore and Cincinnati is just like it's kind of hard to pick that game for me because I'm thinking like the Bengals usually like 0 points is not a thing with them. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
maybe struggling to stop the opposing team, but it's like Ravens ain't necessarily that high scoring offense they've been. I don't know. I think Joe Burrow is mentally somewhere he doesn't need to be, and I think it's like wearing on his play. And he might just need to sit down for the rest of the year. I mean, because I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. I really don't.
No, I agree. He seems depressed. But he's not the first quarterback to play for the Bengals, drafted first overall, that said they no longer want to play for them or felt some type of way about playing for that organization. Carson Palmer threatened to retire. So yeah, after 8 years, after 8 years, he threatened to retire if they didn't trade him. Joe Burrow's been there for 6. So history is repeating itself for sure out there in Cincy. But let's move on to me. This player of the week, and to me, this player ain't never made player of the week. He's a
Uh-oh.
first for me.
Uh-oh.
He's a super first for me. Um, it was raining today, but on Sunday it was a whole lot of sunshine.
We
You
got a
feel me?
sign
We got
cameo.
a sunshine sighting. My boy
Finally.
he went 20 or 30. No, he looked exactly like what we thought he was gonna be coming out on Sunday. So 20 or 32, 330 yards, 5 touchdowns. Then he had 5 rushes, 51 yards and a touchdown. And then the rushing touchdown he had was crazy though. Like drifting back in the pocket, avoid one, avoid two, then just sprint up the sideline, outrun the DB. Come on now. I'm going with Sunshine, man. It is the Jets though, so we'll take that with a small grain of salt. But you did go out there throw for 330 yards, 5 touchdowns, and you ran for a touchdown. Number 2 pick not there. Uh, Brian Thomas been in and out the lineup all year. You know what I mean?
All right.
So hey, and the Jets, as I've been told, Jets are still another football team. Like they're still an NFL team. So as people like to tell me. So yeah, I went with Sunshine on this one, man. Welcome to the program, Sunshine.
Yeah. I'm just I know before I get into mine, I was listening to the radio and I think they kind of had gave him like a little different perspective I ain't really thought of when it come to him. And it was really to deal with like the coaches he didn't had. Like he was already really started off with under the behind the 8 ball with Urban Meyer. Like we all know that was a messed up situation. And then when Doug Peterson got down there, the first year they was really saying he put it in his mind to fix him. But I think they were saying like he was really halfway in, halfway out come that second year. I don't know if he had his mind on other things or whatever. But I think the coach they got now, Liam Cohen, like I totally forgot that he's a first year coach this year when I've been talking about coach of the year candidates. He definitely deserves to be there. And I think maybe because I'm looking at Trevor Lawrence stats right now, I know they're a little inflated based off that last game, but I mean, he looked like he on pace to have, if not the best year of his career. I mean, one of for sure. He's already probably he's gonna throw the most touchdowns he's ever thrown in the season this year. It's what 3 games left. I don't think he'll crack 4,000 yards, but I mean, the wins are there. It looks like he's kind of keeping the turnovers down. I don't know what league average is, but he got 11. That's not absurd.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, shout out to him. Hopefully we can see him grow with this coach he got, and that's why I like getting offensive coaches. That way he don't have to worry about turnover unless the guy gets fired, and he's on a good path this first year. So let's see about Sunshine because, like you said, it hasn't been what we expected so far. But it's never too late. We've seen it with guys; they turn it on year 7, 8, 9. So he's only in year 5, 6.
5. 1,
5.
2,
Yeah, so
3, 4, 5.
like you said, they got weapons. They're still in the garage. It's not even on the field right now. So he's not lacking for weapons. He's not lacking for an offensive head coach. But I'm gonna go with another former guy or another high draft pick that kind of underachieved to some. I'm gonna go with Kyle Pitts.
That game was so long ago. It just you just forget.
Man, but man, I wanted to couple him and Kirk together damn near, but it was just like I'm gonna give Kirk a small shout out. For some reason, when he played Tampa Bay, I don't know, he just turned into a whole nother person. I know Ty Bowles hate to see him coming.
Right.
But Kyle Pitts, man, 11 receptions, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think that's like the first game of that stat line since Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp, yeah.
And you know, I did a video on it, and I was really just looking at his year that he's had, and I was just saying underratedly, he's had the best year in his career, depending on what metrics you want to go by. He's tied for his career high in touchdowns. He's gonna blow his reception high. He's already passed that. He might crack 1,000 yards this year. I don't know, but where he ranks amongst tight end in the league, top 5 tight ends statistically in the league. So it's like, I think I was looking at his contract value the night after the game, and it wasn't updated yet. But now, yeah, his market value just shot up after that one game. And I've always kind of been under the opinion, just to tag him this year. I wouldn't give him a full contract, and I would make him do it again, or tag him and trade him, just use him as an asset. But shit, the way I'm seeing it is, when he gets the targets, he gives you the production, and when he's treated as an afterthought in the offense, he doesn't do anything. So, I mean, shit, contract year, he doing what he need to do. So shout out to him.
Yeah, he probably just need to stay engaged in the game. He probably one of them players. Like, it's like, all right, it might not be your night tonight, but I need 4 targets. I need this bitch in my hand a couple times. Don't not throw me the ball, or throw it to me once, or try to throw it to me when we really need a play. Like, let my hands get warm, brother. Let me catch a few footballs. Like, I think he has the versatility to run like a drag. You can just get him the ball. You can run a tight end screen with Kyle Pitts. Like, you run a wide receiver screen with Kyle Pitts. Like, you can just find ways to get him the football. I don't watch them as closely as you, so if you saying that, I would think it's just that. Like, you can't. He's not one of those dudes that stays super engaged even if he's not getting the ball. But I think that's most pass catchers. Is be like, I'm just running around.
He's not a normal tight end. Like, you drafted him high because of the potential, like
the big wide receiver.
Yeah, like the versatility in his position. Like, he's a tight end, but he doesn't play like a traditional tight end. So, of course, if he's like you saying, I mean, shit, I'm going games getting 1 or 2 targets. And I hate the fact that Drake London had to get hurt for us to be like, oh shit, we have Kyle Pitts. And I just feel like once Drake come back, I'm interested to see like the dynamic, because I already know they probably just gonna go back to But I feel like between Drake, Kyle, and Bijan, it should be a minimum touch. Like, okay, Kyle's gonna get at minimum 4 targets this game. Drake's gonna get 5 targets minimum this game. Bijan's going to get at minimum 12 touches. That should be a given every game, So, like you said, shit, I'm not mad at him for being not engaged if he feel like he's not involved. Shit, I wouldn't want to be involved either. You got me out here doing this bullshit.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Dallas Cowboy fan in the house. Hey, Ma. I don't think we talk about them today. They got a 0.8% chance of making the playoffs now. So, we all gonna be together watching the playoffs. None of our teams in it.
I think they kind of started a little bit behind the 8 ball too this season with the Michael Parsons situation. Like, I think if they would have made that move in the summer or whatever,
it's Jerry Jones, brother.
Yeah,
it's Jerry Jones, brother.
Just got that over with. Like, Quentin Williams and the addition they made was good moves, but you did it too late.
And I heard they reached out to the Jets about Quentin Williams during the offseason.
That was wild though. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm only doing it after the fact. They wanted to do it. Like,
you wanted to do it anyway. Like, you might as well have just did it. Like, what we playing around for? I love the Christmas decor. I appreciate it. Yes, you are the normal Cowboys fan, because I said a 0.8% chance. And if this would load, she said 100% chance. So that is the normal Cowboy fandom right there. It's normal. All right, moving on though, man. Bad game or bad sign. It's only one team in this list for me. It's only one team. And there was a couple teams that had a bad one. But I put the Patriots in here. I don't really care about the semi teams that had a bad game. You text me, you text the chat and said, "Can we be for real about the Patriots now?" And I said yes. I agreed. They was up 21-0. They was a half a football away from a t-shirt and hat game, and they squandered it. You feel me? They squandered it. They let Josh Allen and the Bills take over pretty much. What he had 3 touchdowns. He didn't even throw for 200 yards. It was really the run game. It was really Cook. He had 107, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen also had 48 yards throwing there. You know what I mean? Drake May, no touchdowns, 155 yards. And a pick. That's nasty.
No bueno.
That's a rough one. Travion kind of carried the offense a little bit. 14, well, not a little bit. 14 carries, 148 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So, is this with them? I say with them being up 21-0. It's not the fact that they lost to the Bills. It's the fact that them being up 21-0. The stakes of this game are you have the 1 seed t-shirt and hat game, division wrapped up, all of that. Is this a bad game or a bad sign for the Patriots, bro?
This is like the most difficult one you've asked this whole year because it's like I think this is the best team we've asked it about record wise, but due to the circumstances of the game and the way you went out, I feel like it's a bad sign just because of like morale. Like, bro, we close to the playoffs. We knew the stakes and we went out like that. Now, if you somehow squander this division, that might be like you want to be feeling your best going into the playoffs. That might be something just like a young team that they can't really overcome.
Right.
I would have said it was a bad game just if they would have just lost because it really wouldn't have been a bad loss like you said. But it's like the way you went out, I feel like it's a bad game and a bad sign. Like you just messed up completely. And then the t-shirts, bro, like now the t-shirts that went to waste. They didn't print them off for no reason.
They don't went to Africa.
Yeah, some kids and got some new clothing, so I guess, but damn, and they was at home.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a bad sign in my opinion. I feel like when they interviewed Vrabel before the half, and he was like the energy he was giving off, like he just knew it was gonna be hard to finish that game. I feel like it's damn near harder to play with a lead nowadays sometimes.
Well, because a lot of people play not to lose instead of playing to win. And then, but it's also, I think it's because in the back of their head, they'd be like, if I continue to play to win, that's like adding more risk to it. So I'm going to continue to play to win. I'm going to add more risk, and that risk could not always be rewarding. And I think that's why they get caught up like that, if I'm being honest.
I feel like it was something that had happened. I was trying to look at the game flow, though, because I think at halftime or before the half, the Bills got an important score that I think kept them in the game a little bit. I want to say it was a let me see. I got the scoring chart. So the
Might have been that James Cook touchdown.
Patriots got up 21-0. And then, it was James Cook had a touchdown, made it 21-7. And then the Patriots got a field goal before the half. But I think that touchdown kind of gave them the momentum they needed just to be like, okay, we got one. We in the game a little bit because down 24-0 would have been like, sheesh. Man. And then in the third quarter, they came out, they scored a touchdown, scored 2 touchdowns, and then they were the only team that scored that half. Yeah, man, that's just a bad sign in my opinion, bro. Like Patriots, bro, you got all the questions about the validity. Like, are you valid? And you pull this shit. So fuck y'all for making me look stupid. And I think the curse has finally been lifted. The Patriots blew a lead, and we converted a third and 28. So,
hey, yeah, hey, moving in the right direction, bro. But no, I'm gonna agree with you. That's kind of why I laid the question out that way because it's just like, bro, at the crib. I think the stakes of the game to me is what make it feel like it's a bad time. Like you up 21-0. You came out prepared to play. You didn't come out prepared to finish. You know what I mean? Like you came out excited, hot, ready, cool. In the playoffs, bro, it's all 60 minutes. Like, and that's how it's supposed to be all NFL games, but especially in the playoffs. Right. Nobody's really ever out of a game in the playoffs, especially when you got an elite quarterback. We got an elite quarterback, bro. This offense pretty much moves as well as he is going to move. You know what I mean? Unless your defense just strapping up everything. But with a guy like Josh Allen, he can just make plays with his legs. All right, you stop all that man, you going. You know what I mean? So I think the stakes for me make this a bad sign because the stakes only get higher. Like, yes, y'all are in the playoffs. Cool. Y'all there, but y'all had the 1 seed. Now y'all are the 2 seed. Y'all continue to fall off. You know what I mean? The division might no longer be, up for grabs. So it's just like I think the stakes of this game to me makes it a bad sign. Like you said, if it was just a loss, Buffalo in division, like Josh Allen, a quarterback, I wouldn't say that it's a bad sign if they just lost this football game.
Nah, facts.
This is what it is. But y'all was up handily in this game, and it's not like Josh Allen got a wrecking crew over there on offense. Is pretty much James Cook. James Cook, you might get Shakir a little bit in them tight ends, like. So it's not like he was just like, oh, I got weapons, so 21-0 ain't nothing. No, that offense powered their way, just killed your defense. I've seen Bo Nix do the same thing, and I think that's why it worries me a little bit because I've seen like Bo Nix do the same. As much as I don't believe in him, I've seen him have a great fourth quarter. Okay, y'all gonna play good defense for 3 quarters? You're gonna get killed by most of these AFC quarterbacks. Like it just is what it is, and I think that's why I consider it a bad sign in general, bro. Because the stakes only get higher, and who you gonna play is gonna be relatively about the same to you playing the Bills. Like they might not have an elite quarterback, but we was talking about that. Teams without elite quarterbacks have the best teams, like flat out full teams. So it ain't no walk in the park in these AFC playoffs, even with, and we was talking about that a little bit, like it ain't no walk in the park, even with Mahomes not being there and a possibility, and Burrow not being there and a possibility for Lamar not being there. Like, they need to get that shit together, man. And I've seen, and I also say it's a bad sign. We're gonna move on because I've seen Vrabel have a 1 seed home playoffs throughout the entirety and then lose in the first round.
Facts.
So, well, technically second round because he had to bye, but lose coming off the bye. Like his first playoff game, you lose. So I've seen it before with a lesser talented team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And they play the Ravens next. They flexed to a night game, so another state game. So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back.
Which is interesting because the Patriots had no more. I don't think this MVP might be locked up yet because the Patriots had no more primetime games, and I think that's how a lot of voters vote on MVP. So Drake may come out and put on a show. I think maybe have some conversations about that.
I can't see. This MVP race just disgusting. I think it's Stafford in my opinion, but I don't know. Drake
unless he implodes, it's Stafford. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the NFC South for a little bit on the bad game because I feel like Tampa Bay and the Carolina is just showing their ass, showing the lead, showing everybody what they say about the NFC South is true. It's like the most uncompetitive division, and it's just like it's bad for a fan of a team that's in the division is not even in the race. Like you can't even be in a race where 7-7 is leading the pack when you get to play these teams, 5 times a year. It's just like we do Carolina a favor. I'm like, okay, they're gonna take advantage of how they work. Cause I ain't know that if they was to win that game, they lost against the Saints, and then they would have came back this week and won against Tampa Bay. They would have clinched the division that game.
They've been over it.
They got swept by the Saints this season,
which is insane.
And the Saints,
like it's so many conversations we could have about the NFC South. Cause like when you talk about the Panthers, to me, it's like who over there is good? Why do they have 7 wins? Why are they the top of the division? Does anybody like Bryce Young? Kind of, maybe a little bit. You like Rico Dowdle that much? Chuba Hubbard? Yeah. Can I interest you in a J.C. Horn?
I like him.
That's it though. I can't really interest you more. Derek Brown, is he back? Is he even back? I don't even know if he's back. So
shout out Dave Canales. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Shout out
and Evero. What's his name? Evero to do the defense coordinator.
But yeah, I just want to throw that in there. I think because we talked about Tampa Bay last week, bad sign, bad game. And I told them, I said, you can't lose to the Saints with playoff state. Like, we're past the point of losing to bad teams at this point of the year. You have to handle your business. What they do, they turn around short week and they do the same thing again in a worse fashion, in my opinion. So I don't know who's going to win this division, bro, but I think it's like whoever gets that wild card and got to play that road game, free eats. Bone apple tea.
Nah, I feel you on that. All right, man. We're gonna move on. New segment. Must win, and we getting closer and closer to where every game might just be a literal must win. So
Facts.
moving on. Few games from this week. I got 3 games from this week. First one, Jags versus Broncos. So the must win segment goes: pick the game. You tell me which team it's a must win for and why. I'll go first. Jags versus Broncos. I think this is a must win for the Jags. I think they in the 3 seed right now. I think the closer and closer you get to the 1 seed, makes your route a lot easier. Like they're playing well, but I just still have no faith in the Jags. Let me just simply put it like that. Like the Broncos, I have no faith in Bo Nix, but I know that defense travels. So like I'm not really concerned about them having the number 1 pick. I mean the number 1 seed. Not really concerned about that too much. Because if nothing else, if this game has to be 6-3 or 3-0, I think they got a defense to do it. So I picked the Jags. I think it's a must win for the Jags for sure. You gotta get right. You gotta win this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree just off the fact that the Broncos really not in danger of going nowhere in their division at this point, unless they just because the Chargers let the Chargers win out and the Broncos lose out, but the Jags, they got the Texans 1 game behind them, and I think, like you said, I don't really trust the Jags, so I think they need to have home field advantage. Like, I think they need every advantage they can get going into the playoffs. But it'll be interesting to see them go against a playoff caliber team as the Broncos. But yeah, I'm gonna say what you said. I think the Jags is more of a must win for them in this situation. Oh, and is this a primetime game or is this come on? What time does this game come on? Let me see. I'm gonna ad lib for that boy Jew. He got a business call. ESPN just called, so they're trying to sign the boy. Oh yeah, so it come on at 4:00. Broncos at home. Shit, the Jags gonna have to go to a hostile environment, which can potentially be the role for every team in the NFL. I mean, the AFC, because the Broncos got the 1 seed right now. So, Trevor Lawrence just got Player of the Week from Judah. He went against the Jets. This is gonna be a whole different side of the spectrum going against the Broncos. So, I don't know, but yeah, I agree. I think it's a must-win more so for the Jags than the Broncos. Like I said, I don't think the Broncos are really in danger of falling nowhere in their division. So, yeah, I think the Jags need to win this game for sure, just to prove they can beat playoff caliber teams and that they can, hold that lead in the AFC South. Okay, we move on to tonight's Seahawks and Rams. Yeah, I mean, this game really damn near for the division for both of these teams, really. So, I mean, it's really however you want to split it, whoever you feel like can benefit more from home field. I personally think the Seahawks got more so of a home field advantage. So, shit, I mean, if they get the 1 seed in the NFC, which is this division, the NFC West would hold the number 1 seed right now. And Chicago can, overtake it. But I'm gonna say Seahawks just because I think they need to kind of prove they can beat Big Bro in the division. I don't really know. I mean, all these teams in this division have damn near had success besides who else in that division with the Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Cardinals. Yeah, the Cardinals ain't good.
They trash.
But the rest of the 3 in my lifetime, well, shit, I didn't see the Cardinals make a Super Bowl in my lifetime, but that shit was the most distant one. But I've seen the Rams win once, and the Seahawks win, 2. 49ers have been multiple times. I haven't seen them win one, but I think more so for confidence, I'm gonna say I think the Seahawks need to win this game. They at home, so you need to handle that business on a short week. I think the Rams already beat them once. And I just feel like for home field advantage sakes, I think the Seahawks got a way better home field advantage than the Rams. So shit, why wouldn't you want to get that 1 seed and have that confidence? If the Rams lose this game and go to that 5 seed, I don't think they as invincible as such. But then again, like I said, the 5 seed gonna play the winner of the NFC South. So I mean, shit, it really doesn't matter in my opinion. It's whoever you want to choose.
Nah, I feel you on that. Brother, I appreciate you. You held that down. I did get one of them phone calls that I could not answer. So let's say you held that down. Some of the smiles over here wasn't smiles. I was just smiling because I can't be angry all the time over here. But no, for this one, bro, Rams versus Seahawks. I think it's a must win for the Seahawks, bro.
Yeah,
And more because of stakes like the last one. Like we was talking about earlier, like. Sam Darnold has never played in a game where he's proved he can win a game with stakes attached to it.
that's a great point.
That is all. That's really all I'm getting at for this game. Is if it's not a must win for them, it's a must win for him. It's a must play well, if nothing else. Like you have to go. You have to not be the reason y'all lose this game if y'all lose. How about that? That's the easiest way for me to put it. Because you didn't get paid. You wasn't next man up. Like you didn't get paid next man up salary as quarterback. They did draft a quarterback in the draft. You are not invincible here. If they believe they can do similar as Minnesota thought, that didn't work out for them. But if they think they can do similar without you, then you might be costing yourself a job tonight. Or in these games that start to mean more, like you might just be a regular season merchant.
Right.
And that's cool, but I don't think any team with Super Bowl aspirations is gonna come calling. You know what I mean? So I think it's a must win for the Seahawks. For that regard, just a confidence boost going into the playoffs. Like, no, he can play well in a game that means a lot. And then, shit, like you said, really don't think like whoever really lose, it really don't matter too much. Cause like you said, that 5 seed play the AFC South. Like I mean, yeah, the NFC South. So it don't really matter to me. I think both of these teams are capable of beating whoever comes out the NFC South. So yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks strictly for the Darnold factor in this one.
That's a good point. I think you can slick add Kubiak in that as well because I've been doing a little bit more research on him due to like me wanting a head coach, and I think a lot of things I've been reading, like pros and cons on him, are like things that his offense does kind of tinker down a little bit the more the season goes along, and I think just kind of twiddling around on Seahawks Twitter, I do kind of see people like upset with his play call, like the way it's tinkered down. Like I said, like I think just the consistency of the offense. But I just think they just got a lack of a run game in Seattle that really hampers them with a Shanahan style offense. Like shit, the passing game is on. I think the Colts game was a bit of a bad sign for sure. But I mean, I already knew that game was going to be something weird. But like you said, tonight is a prove it night for the Seahawks because I think the Rams are the big bro of that division right now. And then one thing, whoever loses game is going to have to flirt with falling behind the 49ers as well.
That's what I was going to say. The 49ers control if the Seahawks beat the Rams tonight, the 49ers control their own destiny for the 1 seed.
That would be crazy. That would be like
that would be insane.
All year, and then at the one moment we had a chance to strike, we did it. That would be insane. That would shake shit up for sure.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. So that's what I seen Adam Schefter talking about that earlier. Like, if the Seahawks beat the Rams tonight, then the 49ers have their full go in play for that 1 seed.
And is that game against the Seahawks last week or is that next week?
I believe it's the last one. I believe it's week 18.
Yeah, I think they play somebody in between. I think we was talking about that last time. I mean, I feel like all three of those teams really like shit. It is what it is where they get seeded. I think that 1 seed is the most important thing out of the whole thing. And I'm kind of in favor of damn near getting rid of the playoff seeding the way it is because just looking at it, seeing these 7-7 teams and they in front of teams is 10-4, 11-3. I really I don't like this shit no more. I'm sorry. I'm off.
So you don't want divisions no more? Because that's how them teams get in, though. Like the team that go 9-7 out there in Carolina or Tampa or hell, they might go 7 well, they can't do that. They play each other.
I mean,
but you know what I mean? They might go 8-9, something like that.
They would still get in based off the format that I would switch to. It'd just be like the NBA. We just do seedings. Like we have divisions, but shit, whoever wins the Pacific Northwest in the NBA, nobody gives a fuck. Like, what seed are you?
I agree. I do agree with that.
I feel like the 4th seed winning your division, but your division is shit. Like, and you get seeded ahead of teams that are 6th seed and the 5th seed, and they 11-3, 10-4, and you got 7-7 Tampa Bay sitting at the 4th seed. Like, I think I'm moving out of favor of liking that, in my opinion.
I actually can't argue with that. That's a good point. I can't even be mad at that one. Oh man, let's move on though. Moving on to another little rivalry game. Another little rival. Bears versus Packers. Yes, sir. I
Holy
think
cow.
they might play Saturday. There are 2 games that are on Saturday. One
All
at
right,
5 and one at 8.
let's see. The Bears Packers play on December
Saturday at
20th.
5.
They got a night game, so that might be Friday.
The 20th. So that's Saturday. That's Saturday night. And the Eagles play at 5. I think that's who it is.
Yeah,
Eagles
I'm
play
so
at
sick of seeing them play. But Bears Packers, I gotta go with the Bears in this situation, just because like go back to the little bro, big bro status in the division, and then it's like shit. The Bears got a chance to sneak in that 1 seed as well.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, because goddamn, I'm gonna say the stakes are the same for both. Because look, it's the difference in the 2 seed and the 7 seed. With I think whoever win or lose this game, damn near. Because the Packers
look like
high on this.
they at the 7.
That's what I'm saying. They 9-4. If they win this game, they'll take the division lead, I believe. Because they would have swept Chicago. Yeah, this game is bigger for Chicago, in my opinion. The same thing we were just talking about with the Jags and the Patriots. For morale, bro, you got to prove that you can do it in a playoff atmosphere against a playoff caliber team. You know, you got you've exceeded expectations this year, in my opinion, at Chicago. But now, are you just gonna be like, we did what we wasn't supposed to do, or are you actually gonna be like, shit, we got a chance to do something special? So that 1 seed is not out of the question for Chicago, but shit, that's a place too. Home field advantage would be like a pro, in my opinion. Having to go to Chicago and play.
Yeah.
Shit, if
That'd
Green
be
Bay
rough.
motherfucker going to Lambeau, that's so.
Rough
I'm gonna say Chicago just for the fact of them being like the little bro. I've seen the Packers do it more times in my lifetime than the Bears. So,
And your last statement is exactly why I agree with you on the Bears. Where it's just like, oh, y'all been getting y'all ass whooped all y'all life. I think y'all finally have a competitive team, a team that can compete with them. It's like, hey, let's what they say, put something on film, nigga. Let's do something meaningful for this city. They've never really had anything meaningful. They've never even had a halfway decent quarterback. So it's just like, I think football aside, you just need to win this game for morale in the city itself. I'll also say Caleb kind of falls into that same category of Darnold for me, where it's just like you need to perform in big games. I don't think the Bears have a signature win where it was like, no, Caleb was the main ingredient in this win. When they beat the Eagles, they ran for 300 yards.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the bigger wins this year have not been on his shoulders, and I mean every team is not built like that, but his is. His is built around him for him to be exceptional, and he has yet to be that in a game of any merit. So I'm putting him in the Darnold category where it's a must play well, even if it's not a must win for them. I think it's a must win for them, but like at minimum, you need to play well because especially when you play the Packers, what is that, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, you play like shit in the first half, you played great in the second half, but then you threw the great game sealing interception. So you had a roller coaster of a ride the last time you played Green Bay, and this one, like you said, bro, it means the most. You can't get swept. You can't get swept if you want to have a chance at this 1 seed. It's wraps.
Yeah.
I don't even think they can get swept if they want to win this division.
Nah,
So it's just like, no, it's a literal must win for the Bears. Like you gotta win this game. Your playoff starts tonight. Well, Sunday. What did they play? Saturday. Sorry, your shit starts Saturday, bro. Saturday night. We'll move on, but we're gonna continue to talk about these Packers a little bit, bro. We're gonna move on to the weekly audible. If that would ever, show up. There we go. We're gonna move on to the weekly audible, bro. And the first one I got for you Are the Packers Super Bowl chances over now that Micah tore his ACL, bro?
Nah, I
The
don't think
chances
so.
of winning the Super Bowl, let me say that. I think that changes the question a little bit.
I mean, shit, if you lose a talent like Michael Parsons, of course your odds probably do take a small dip. Granted how big somebody want to, put how much weight they want to put on it. But I mean, they still got a hell of a pass rush, still got a hell of a defense. They still got talent on offense. Like, it sucks. I'm not a Packers fan, but that shit sucks, bro. Like, gotta keep going. Like, you can't cry over spoiled milk at this point. You gotta find a way to. Oh my God, Raheem Morris taking over my fucking. You have to figure it out, bro. You just gotta figure it out. But like I said, I mean, Green Bay ain't really lacking for pass rushers over there anyway. So I mean, they'll be all right, bro. It sucks. He's not gonna be out there, but they'll be all right. They got more than enough on both sides of the ball. So
Yeah. I think it's over, bro. I think it's over. I think their chances at winning a Super Bowl, really, probably even making a Super Bowl, is probably
I never liked them
over.
anyway, though. Like, so to me,
I don't know if I necessarily picked them, but it's like, I could see it. It was one of them. I could see it.
I could see it.
I no longer can see it, though. It just all went away. It went away with the knee. It went away right with Micah's knee. It's just all gone. Because he was starting to hit his stride on the year. He was coming along. And he got 16 and a half, something like that, like this year. Like, he's going in. He started going insane these last few games. And I agree with you. That defense is still going to be a really good defense. I think it was a great defense with Michael Parsons playing the way he was playing. So I think the defense takes a step back, and I think it kind of hinders Jordan Love a little bit. And I know it's a different side of the ball, but it's like with Micah being over there, I feel like Dan Orlovsky a little bit, where he said, "You can turn the ball over a little bit more. You can be, free willy and go just throw the ball all around the field if you want to. Because on the chance you throw a pick, I got Micah. I got his name is escaping me, Rashawn Gary, right? I got Cooper in the middle. I got Xavier McKinney back there. Whoever the DB coach is, and Jeff Halfley done turned Nixon into a real good corner. You know what I mean? So I think losing somebody who's a game changer on the defense, that's what I think. That's the better way for me to put it. I don't think Green Bay's defense has a game changer. And when you lose a game changer, it also changes your offense a little bit, because I don't think they have a game changer on offense unless you're that high on Jordan Love. Like, I don't think anybody over there changes games except Jordan Love. I think they have really good NFL talent, and it works out. And you have an exceptional defense that gets you stops, which provides you more opportunity with the ball in your hand. And I think without Micah strip sacks, and not saying somebody else on the team couldn't do it, because I agree they do have a really good defense, but you're no longer making sure you know where number one is on the field every play, because he's not here. You know what I mean? I'm not sliding my protections toward Micah no more, because there is no Micah. I might do it for Rashawn Gary, and I think Rashawn Gary is a really good football player. He's not Micah Parsons. He don't demand the same attention Micah Parsons demands. I feel like a lot of them was eating on that defense because Micah's here. So I just feel like that changes shit a little bit. No, a lot of it for them.
I agree with you from that perspective. Like, it's definitely like one less thing opposing teams have to worry about. But I'm just thinking from a perspective of like shit in the NFC. Chicago defensively, they don't have nobody like that. I don't think NFC wise, nobody really got nobody like that for real. That I have to be like on defense. We have to not let him wreck the game.
I think Aiden Hutchinson could be that. Detroit got to get in, but
no, I don't think to the degree of Michael Parsons. I think he can.
No.
Like you said, Detroit got to get in. I think they defense is so ass. You can just worry about Aiden Hutchinson and be like, okay, no, nobody else is gonna do anything. With Green Bay, it's like if you put all attention on Micah, it's like, okay, Rashawn Gary can get home. We got other guys, but I will say to your offensive point, and I think with Parsons getting hurt, I think their offense really been underachieving all year anyway. And I think I've been seeing like a lot of Packers fans that I follow, like the frustration with LaFleur and just the offense period, because they lost a lot of games where the other team had like 16, 20 points, and the offense supposed to really be like the one, carrying the weight. So I don't really put that much stock on Jordan Love. I'm not infatuated with him. I'm just looking at their offensive stats. I mean, it's not like just terrible. They like 12th in passing offense. They rushing offense is garbage.
A little above average.
Yeah, no, I don't even see they 18th. I think they need to step up offensively. I think it's gonna cause at this point we're gonna see a shift. It's either gonna cause everybody to step up, or like you said, they're gonna let it be the downfall of their season. So it's on them what they want to do with it.
Yeah, and I think it's easy to let it be the downfall of your season because you got like a built-in excuse. I'll put it in quotes. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a built-in reason why we might not do the things we set out to do at the beginning of the year.
You're too wide open for that excuse, though. You got to try to go.
No, I feel you, but I'm saying that's what they tried to do. They tried to go get it, and he got hurt 3 games before the playoffs would have started, 3 weeks, a month before the playoffs would have started. I think I don't want to say they would use that. I know a few Packers fans probably will. Like, well, shit, if we had Michael, we might have. Like that one game, I'm pretty sure they're going to make the playoffs. So that game, they make the playoff game, and you just can't get a stop. Or that game where it's like, hey, that quarterback been sitting back there all day. He just chilling. You know what I'm saying? That's when you'd be like, no,
Yeah,
I wish Michael was here. You know, like I think that's when it start to get a little shaky. The show. Speaking of shaky things, is Tua finished in Miami? You see how I did the Finn, Dolphin, finish? You see? Man, it is Tua. That Tua has been benched. Let me set the groundwork for people. Tua, Tagovailoa, as goddamn Rick Ross would say. He got benched, man, for 7th round rookie Quinn Ewers, who has never played an NFL game in his life. But Mike McDaniels was asked after the game against Pittsburgh, was benching Tua a possibility, and he said, "Hey, everything's on the table." What was that? A day later, Tua was benched. So he went back and watched the film, and cooler heads did not prevail. He probably saw stuff that Tua should have seen, and he benched him. So yeah, bro. Back to the original question: Is Tua finished in Miami?
I would think so if Mike McDaniels is the guy to stay, which I think he's kind of worked his way toward.
Yeah, I think he's cemented back to staying for sure.
So yeah, they can't. The two of them can't coexist. Like if Tua's going to stay, Mike McDaniel's not going to be his coach. I don't think they have a sour relationship, but I think Mike McDaniel's is kind of like, bro, I'm hindered by this nigga, and
I'm limited. Yeah,
I'm tired of my job being called into question. My skills as a play caller being called into question. My offensive playmakers are pissed because he has a yarn ball for a brain that gets rattled, and and when he plays, it's like his brain still isn't there. Apparently, I think I seen he leads the league in turnovers, and they're all against zone coverage. Oddly enough, like, dude, I don't know, but I think teams are getting more and more less scared to like take that cap hit now. I think the Broncos kind of ended that when they cut Russ, and I think they still made the playoffs.
They're still paying him.
Wow,
they still paying that man.
And then I know Atlanta cut Matt Ryan and took a big hit. So, I mean, teams are just going to have to start taking that loss. I never liked that contract from the get-go, but like we talked about like 2 weeks ago, sometimes you just got to pay the guy that you have because, like, shit, what we going to do? Who else we going to pay? But, yeah, it's over with right there. I think that they both have ran this course. I think that dead cap going to be a fool. But
he's owed $54 million next year regardless of what happens. It don't matter. And then after that, he got a $90-something million cap hit, but they could split that into 2 years. But it's still doing 45, 47 a year. So you just paid this man $45 million for 3 years, and he didn't play for your football team.
Yeah, I just thinking about it. It's like shit. Mike McDaniel's really probably not gonna make it to see another quarterback anyway because they don't have a premium draft pick this year to get a quarter. I mean, shit, you can get a quarterback,
What
but
happened to that draft pick?
no, I mean, shit, if you ain't top 5, then you ain't really getting who you want.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, they can still get somebody, but I feel like the quarterback class that everybody's gonna be slobbering over
Next year. Yeah.
Oh shit! Start Quinn Ewers next year, and just if you think the franchise will assure you that you will be back, just be sorry. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think you coach a job from here on out.
What if Quinn Ewers was his pick? Because Tua wasn't his quarterback.
I don't like Quinn Ewers.
So I think this situation is perfect for him. Like, before I get into answering this question, I think this situation is perfect for him. You got an offensive-minded head coach, and you have nothing but speed out there. When he played at Texas, Isaiah Bond, what's the other little fast receiver motherfucker? Worthy. You got Blue. Yeah, what is Jaden Blue? Like, you had nothing but speed at Texas. You're used to this kind of offense. You can play the quick game, get the ball into your receiver's hands, but you also don't have a noodle arm, like it along with a yarn brain, as you called it. You don't have a noodle arm, and you can actually throw the ball 60 yards in the air if it needs to be. You know what I mean? So that opens up the offense a little bit to me. I think this is a great situation for him. It sucks to me that this is the last 3 games of the year, because it's going to be like, shit, if he struggles, bro. It's his first 3 games of his career. And I feel like that might not let them take a serious look at him for next year. But I really feel like this is like the perfect situation for Quinn Ewers, bro. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is the perfect situation. People are not going to talk to me about Quinn Ewers like people didn't have him as like one of the highly touted quarterbacks a few years ago. Like, if he would have came out a few years ago, he was definitely going top 5. So,
in my opinion, so
yeah, for sure. And I don't think Texas helped him that much by letting Arch play, in his spot sometimes, some of them reps. But bless you. But yeah, I think just that conversation, I think this is perfect for Quinn Ewers. I even said that shit on Twitter. But to answer this question, is Tua finished in Miami? Yes, for sure. I think he's finished in the NFL though. I don't. Who's gonna start him?
No,
I'm not even being funny, and I don't like putting people out to eat. But nigga, you getting paid to do nothing. You're gonna get paid $50 million to do nothing. So you be all right. But no, Tua, he might be done in the NFL in general. Like, I feel like this is the start of that, because the teams that need quarterbacks, they're probably not going to Tua. He's also like left-handed. You got to change your whole scheme, like even like based off like your actions and things of that nature. Now you need a right tackle instead of a left tackle. He can't throw the ball but so far, so you have to build a offense around him, not just build like the playmakers around him, and then your scheme is your scheme. No, you have to build a scheme specifically for Tua. I don't think anybody in the NFL plays a scheme like Tua. Nobody else plays the way Mike McDaniels instructs him to play, because he's extremely limited, in my opinion. And I think after all the concussions, he got even more limited. Like, I thought he should have retired after the last concussion. I said that. I said, bro, you already been paid. You got concussions, just go ahead and retire. Take that bread, and But
I think depending
on. And I think he out the league, bro, because he can't even be a backup for all the things I said about him being left-handed and all of that. Like, your backup usually fits in your system. You're not gonna get a backup that don't do the things you like him to do. Like, don't do the things you want your scheme to be ran around. Basically,
I know a team that has a left-hand quarterback.
Yours is that where you're going with this?
We're the only team in the league that has a lefty. But unfortunately, like him and
I feel you.
Somebody else that started this year too. I think they got put in the lineup late. Forgot from that.
But like, think about the teams that need quarterbacks. So you go.
Oh no, I agree with you. It's over with. The Jets,
the Saints, the Raiders. The Jets got a high ass draft pick, and if I've been seeing this mock all over the place. If the Giants keep the number 1 pick, the Jets probably trade up. Trade up for that, because The Jets got 2 first-round picks this year.
Yeah. I don't think the Saints necessarily need Tua. Like, they need a quarterback, but shit, between Shuck and Rattler, we can figure it
I
out.
don't know. Shuck was cool.
Man, they might ride with him another year. And Tua, I mean, I think the only thing saving him is normally when these guys get bought out, they can sign somewhere else for cheap as hell because they're getting paid by other team. And you might have a team that's like, oh, Dylan Gabriel was the other left-hand dude I was thinking about. But yeah, you might have somebody that's just desperate and be like, shit, we could do worse. But starting days for sure over with. But shit, as far as being signed, yeah, you might be right because between the being fragile, the concussion shit, the arm,
the cold weather.
Yeah, it's not really many places like, bro, you limiting your spots. And I think that Alabama game he came in against Georgia for Jalen Hurts, that shit got everybody's head fucked up about him.
Oh yeah, that's what made him. That's what got him to the league. It was against Georgia. It was come on, bro.
Came into the league with a broke hip. Like he's been,
absolutely.
And he's not. And like you said, Mike McDaniels is like the only coach he had to tailor the offense for him because Brian Flores was not fucking with him. If it was up to him, Tua would have been gone.
Oh yeah, I seen that on Twitter. Somebody said Brian Flores might not be no head coach, but he wasn't wrong about Tua.
He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong at all. So
okay, yeah. My woman said left-handed people are the best. Yeah, I mean,
jump shots look nice. I ain't gonna lie. Every time you see a lefty shoot, they look nice. But
I say you left-handed, my dad left-handed, my sister left-handed. So my girl, my sister, my dad, all left-handed. I fuck with all of y'all. So I'm gonna say sure, left-handed people are the best, except Tua. You know?
Yeah, Tua is just no bueno. I swear to God, I could just feel it like the Atlanta thing is a real thing that I spoke it up because I'm just thinking like Phinished probably not gonna be available for the first month of the season. Maybe he might make it back, but he's gonna be cheap. Kirk Cousins is not gonna be back next year because his cap hits too much unless he restructures, and we know that's not Kirk's MO. I could see this shit happening, Judah. To me, I could see it.
It's possible. It's possible because Penix is left-handed. Not the most mobile guy, or at least not willing to run, even if he is mobile. Tua is not mobile. You got some weapons. Quick game.
Tua, it's only for 4 games, baby. Don't get too excited. I don't know. I gotta see what they bring in their coach.
Hey, bro, you plotting y'all 2026 demise is insane.
Hey, I told you about that quarterback class 2027. Like Penix, I fuck with you. I want you to be the guy, but hey, I see some guys in that 2027 class that
Hey, man.
Hey.
I don't know, man. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't. I say that. One.
True. I mean, I wanted to work with him, but I'm not falling in love with nobody at this point, bro. Like we got rid of Matt Ryan, so anybody can get me on the table at this point.
I ain't mad at it. Crafty Southpaw said, given all the hoopla around Tank for Tua, this was one of the biggest draft letdowns in recent
memory. That was really the thing, huh? Tank for Tua.
I do remember that.
Stank for Tua now.
So it's cut Tua and beg him to never play football again.
But Quinn Ewers, you made a good point about the speed and Mike McDaniels. I think the last 3 games, you want him to just show you something to make you be like, okay, we can try this next year. But
we can try it. Yeah.
I don't know if McDaniels want to bank his job on him. I still would bring somebody else in the best way you can. I wouldn't pay nobody. You can't pay nobody at this point. So it's going to have to be a fringe, like a Winston or Malik Willis, somebody like that. But if anybody can make it work, it's Mike McDaniels. I don't know if Tyreek is going to be back next year with them. But they still got
speed. They probably cut him.
Yeah.
That's too many cap hits now, though.
I mean, Tyreek making $90 million this year. His contract is worth $90 million. His average salary is $30 million a year. Maybe you can work a trade with him, though, or a trade somehow. I don't know.
Who wants somebody that did that to their leg and he's 30+ years old?
I don't know, but it's niggas like Devontae Adams that keep a job. They old. Keenan Allen.
Route running extraordinaire. These is route runners. We ain't talking about nobody that's using no speed. These is pure route runners.
It's gonna be somebody that's gonna gamble on that speed though. Yeah, I can use that in some form or fashion in my offense. It might not be the degree of what it was in Kansas City, but I can use that in my offense.
For sure. I don't think he's jobless like Tua. Like nowhere near.
Nah,
I
Tua
don't
will
think that
be
at all.
on the pod with us next year.
No, for sure. Now that he could be useful there. Now that's where he could be useful.
That's some insight to what's really going on,
You know,
Tua.
what the hell really going on? I don't
That's
know.
you can remember.
Side note, I take that back. I've seen enough tour post game interviews for me not to really want him as a host on this show. Now, could he do an interview? Sure, get you on here one time or two, but no. I think I'm just know that one right now. But moving on, man. Now this one is a weird question, but I think is when you really give it some thought, it's not that bad. Was Pat Mahomes getting hurt good for the Chiefs' future?
What you mean by that?
Right. Okay. So I'll answer. So I think the answer is yes.
Okay.
Because if you look at the way the team is constructed, it's more so like lean on Pat Mahomes. Like I don't think they got a actual number one. Rasheed Rice is cool. I don't think he's an actual number one. I think he fits in that same bucket as them Green Bay receivers. Where it's like use a two, use a one B C, something like that. You know what I mean? Xavier Worthy is definitely not. They have no run game whatsoever. They have a rookie offensive tackle. They traded their best lineman to the Bears. That defense, you have no pass rush. You have Chris Jones. You have Nick Bolton, who was better at the beginning of the year. Like he's on his, to me, like the second half of his career. You know what I mean? And then you got McDuffie at corner. It's like you got a guy at each spot. And then some of the guys you got are not real dudes. They just, I just call them a jag. They just a guy. So yeah, I think Mahomes getting hurt gets them a earlier draft pick than they would get on most years, especially the last 7. You know what I mean? So I think this gives them a chance to like build their team and get an early head start on building your team. You know it's over. Ain't no playoffs, bro. Ain't no nothing. Go ahead and try to build a good team so by the time he come back, you ain't got to put so much pressure on him. He's leading your team in rushing right now. Like that should tell you all you need to know about how that offense is working. So to me, yes. Him getting hurt, if you want to look on the bright side, if he was looking for a bright side of this, is that, in my opinion, is that they can now draft, they can now go in free agency, like just pretty much like he's been so durable and so tough even when he has been hurt that it's just like you always kind of have that in the back of your mind, like, no, he'll be all right. No, he'll be all right. He'll be all right, so we'll be all right. And it's like, no, nigga, he's not all right. Nowhere near it right now. So we got to figure out some other things to do. And I think if he doesn't get hurt, like an actual season ending, no, he's going to be gone, have to rehab. If he doesn't get hurt like that, nobody ever thinks about it like that. It's just always we got Pat, so we don't need that much more.
Yeah.
So that's why I say that.
I mean, okay, when you pose it like that, I think, yeah, from the sense of evaluating the roster a little bit earlier, draft pick wise, they're currently at 12th right now. I think they could maybe squeak their way top 10 if they continue to slide, but I mean, they'll definitely be around. Like you said, they'll be earlier than what the fuck they've been. They won't be picking last.
Man.
Cap space, they're going to have to freak it because I'm looking at it right now. Currently, it's ass. They at 28th total available cap space. They only got $2 million available. That's $2 million more than I have to my name. Next year, they in the negative, something I'm a little bit more familiar with, negative 35 million. Now they're gonna have to, do some accounting work there.
But that's 2 restructures though.
Yeah,
that ain't nothing.
Negative. You have to get to a certain point of the cap to even start free agency and all that. But I really feel like this year is kind of just like that one score games thing has flipped. We see this every season. Like last year, they went 11-0 on one score games, bro. That's damn near impossible to do. Like we all know last year, the block field goals, it's just like the fucking sprinkler system came on, the banana peels, like everything that could go their way was going their way. and they just got overwhelmed in the Super Bowl because they played a better team, in my opinion. But and now this year they 1-7 in those same one-score games. It's just not their year. I don't think the number one receiver thing is shit. They can use that first round pick and get a number one wide receiver. Like a team that's good like this don't have no really like pressing needs to where we like, man, what the fuck we gonna get with that pick? Like you can spin on a luxury a little bit, in my opinion, because I still think they gonna be in the conversation every year that Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes are there. Spagnuolo is a great defensive coordinator. They got talent. Like you said, this might be the humbling experience they need this year to be like, we need to, build on it because we are not the same powerhouse that we've been. But I mean, shit, nobody in the AFC, in my opinion, is like overwhelmingly, just better than them. Pound for pound, like outlook for next year wise, in my opinion. Like Buffalo don't have number one wide receiver either. The Ravens don't really have a number one, in my opinion, either. Like, I mean, Denver got Cortland Sutton. He's cool, but shit, how many teams would he really be the number one on? The Patriots don't have a number one. So, I mean, shit, to get the run game right, get a number one.
I was about to say, you know what them all have? They all have run games. Every single team in this name has a run game.
Which, get the run game, I think that's where they need a guy at that running back position. Like, you trying to get by with this fucking crumbs. And that's just, unless your scheme and your O-line is like top tier and you got like 2 or 3 by committee. But Clyde, he didn't work out. Pacheco, I think that leg injury messed him up. He don't run as hard no more. They drafted a dude this year. I mean, they trying. I think they just need to put a premium either at that running back position or that wide receiver position, and they need to upgrade the trenches O-line wise. And after that, they'll be right back. Like, I don't think it's a rebuild type of situation, but like you said, I think for him getting hurt 3 games in, hey, we need to step back. We need to look at his roster. We can't come back next year with him trying to do the shit he was doing. He should never, ever, 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 ever lead our team in rushing yards. That's ridiculous. That's sad.
We in week 16, bro. We got 2 more weeks. We got 3 more weeks of football left.
Yeah, every running back he should be like, what the fuck?
Man, I feel you. I think they find a way to get what's his name, Jeremiah Love.
Kareem Hunt got more than him this year, but he's second. He's got more than Pacheco.
Okay. That Kareem Hunt thing must be new then.
Kareem Hunt, I know he 7. So I mean, shit, it ain't like he's just.
I'm saying he must have just overtook him. What's the difference?
Mahomes got 422.
Oh, okay. No, he got him by a little bit.
I think Kelsey might be overweight though, as far as them.
I think, unfortunately, guys like him get the play as long as you won't pass. Like,
it ain't like he really just out there stinking it up.
No, he's not stinking, but he's not making the impact he was making.
He's not making those critical plays no more at all.
Right. He got the Steph, KD, Bron thing going on, where it's like, no, I can still put up numbers, but the effect on the game might not be the same.
Yeah, he owed Pat Mahomes about 4 picks off of his.
Oh no, most definitely, most definitely. Crafty Southpaw said, in my opinion, they should sit Pat through next year since he's likely to miss some of it anyway, and use the opportunity to rebuild the rest. A year of rest might do Pat some good too, given all the punishment he's taking.
Let them tell it. They say he's gonna be back started.
That is exactly what that said, because he got his surgery like 2 days later, and he was in rehab the day after that, which was insane.
You never see shit like that.
I've never seen that before, and he went to the same doctor Malik Neighbors went to. So I don't know what the hell.
That boy said, "I'm not waiting on an appointment. We gonna do this shit today, doc."
Man, the worst was the Raiders fumbling that snap while in field goal range. Oh man, I remember that. Aiden O'Connell was cooking. I was watching that game. I'm talking about straight cooking. I was excited for the Raiders at that point. I ain't gonna lie. Then I had to hear LA going to rant how bad they are. All right, man. Let's see. We're gonna speed through these mailbags because we running a little bit over. But we got a friend for us.
The mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
Mail time.
Gonna come in the string. This man that put a throwback.
Bell time, man. Bell time. Mailbag. So mailbag, people don't know. People get to ask questions. This was on Instagram when people was asking the questions. Didn't do it for Twitter this time. My bad. But we could do it for YouTube too. Since y'all here, y'all fuck with us. Just leave questions in the comments, bro. When I do mailbags, I'll keep them all in a journal or something. Then when we do mailbags, I'll start picking them out. So if y'all want to be a part of this, that's all it takes. But let's get into it. At Armani Harvey _ said, why they treating Shador like this? After the game he played,
I was about to say he didn't listen to
we
this case.
can't say that as much anymore. I will say they gave him the wrong wristband to start the game, though. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before in my life on any level. You have the wrong play sheet in. So the whole scripted first drive, this is wrong. Okay. I think that goes back into the why are they doing him like this? I've never seen that before. But maybe I'm wrong on that one. Why you feel like they doing Shador like this? If you feel like they doing him any type of way.
The background always red.
Huh?
Am I tripping? Was the background been red?
No, I had it full screen. It's kind of been like this. I just had it. Yeah. You tripping a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, first thing when I saw that question, I'm like, bro, after that last game, your case for like why you doing me like this is kind of getting less and less more valid. I think with him, he's gonna kind of be like protected because he's like a polarizing figure. You got people that love him, but like, bro, we have to look at his game fair. If he play like shit, call it what it is. Like, he play like shit, and if he last game, he played great, and they take him off the field, okay, yeah, the coach did some bullshit, but like, let's just keep us calling spade a spade. Like, I don't think treatment is really what it is at this point. Like, he just needs to play better if he want to keep that job. Yes, you are behind it. You behind the sticks. Like, we know they don't want you to start, but like, bro, you got to make the most of your opportunity. That shit he did against Chicago is not it.
One of them wasn't his fault. The other two was his fault. That one, they hit Jerry Jeudy in the chest.
Yeah, Jeudy don't like him.
Jerry Jeudy don't like catching footballs. He never has. It doesn't matter. He don't like holding on to footballs, bro. Ever since he entered the NFL, that has been a huge problem of his.
Yeah.
Drops and fumbles, bro. That's fuck do you do for me? I'm not a huge Jerry Jeudy fan, as you can see.
Me either. He's not number one in my opinion. Ocho Cinco said he is, and he said he's better than Drake London, which is crazy to me. But
yeah, at this point, we know that's not true. The only memorable game I remember from Jerry Jeudy is a game against the Broncos.
Was it last year, wasn't it?
Or Cleveland, yeah, when Jameis was there.
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah, I can tell you a few Drake London games that I actually remember. I don't know if it's because I live here, but yeah. Anyway, at Armani Harvey _ had another one. Who you got winning the Super Bowl?
Anybody at this point? I'm gonna say the matchup I think is gonna be Bills Rams. And I really I'm not gonna lie, I want Josh Allen to win the Super Bowl. I want the Bills to win one. I have a soft spot for teams that have never won one, being a fan of one. I think like shit, the Superman antics he been pulling, like I can see him continuing to do that. But yeah, it's between them and the Rams, like who I feel most confident in their ability. And I think it's start with the quarterback position. I think those are two best quarterbacks that will be in the playoff field, if I'm not forgetting anybody. But I think so.
Yeah, I think the matchup, I get half of that matchup with you. I'm taking, and I hate saying this because I really don't think that offense is that fucking good, but I'm going Broncos Rams. I think that defense is that good. And if they got the 1 seed right now, so if they keep the 1 seed, you got to go to Mile High and play where they've won 12 straight games. Looking to make it a 13th this week. Yeah. That altitude must get the niggas out there.
Super Bowl in LA this year, or was it like in England? Or
I think it's in LA. I think it is in LA this year.
That would be crazy. The Rams played the Super Bowl in their stadium, have they not? They won one in their stadium the last time they won, wasn't it? Somebody won one in their stadium recently. Tampa Bay, or was it the Rams?
I don't know. 2020
Rams.
Super Bowl.
I remember they kept making a big deal about no team has ever won or hosted the Super Bowl in their stadium that year. I think the Rams did it though, if I'm not mistaken.
This is Santa Clara. Oh yeah, it's in San Fran.
Okay.
I think they did win in LA. I think isn't that when they had Odell? Well, I mean, obviously that's when they won, but I think
Okay, so it was two teams. Bucks and Rams did back-to-back years at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you reading too? Okay.
Yeah, I agree with him. Like you said, though, it's between the Rams and the Seahawks. I feel most confident in those two teams in the NFC. AFC wise, it's between Broncos, Patriots, and Bills for me. Nobody else I really can.
Like, I'm not stunning Jags. Yeah,
Jags, Chargers, Steelers, whoever come out of the division, no. Chicago is interesting to me, but I think they ahead of schedule in my opinion. I can't.
If Baltimore get in, I'm probably throw that ring in the hat.
Yeah,
just because you ain't got all other guys either. Like I was telling you about Josh, I feel the same way about Lamar. Like you ain't got them other guys in your way, bro. You should win these fucking games. So
that's why I say it's interesting to see once the bracket get filled out. I would rather answer the question then because it's all about matchups. Some of these teams just aren't good matchups for the teams. So I think it's interesting to see that for sure.
For sure. At _D.Will1. AJ Brown or Malik Neighbors. Okay. That's not supposed to say numbers, but it's all good. It's all good. AJ Brown or Malik Neighbors. He's an Eagles fan, so that's why he put that, I believe. I'm pretty sure. That's why he put that. So AJ Brown or Malik Neighbors, man. Who you got?
I feel like this is like your preference on what type of prototypical wide receiver you like. Like my favorite wide receiver all time is Julio Jones, so I like big body receivers that run well. AJ Brown is to an extent. I personally feel like if I give me a choice, I'd rather have Neighbors though. I think he's way more fluid. I think he just looks like a number one receiver. Like it's the aura, as the kids say. AJ Brown do too much bitching and all that reading the books and showing the sideline. Like I ain't got time for that. You see Malik Neighbors, he got the teeth, he got the swag. Like I like LSU receivers too. That's a bias I do have. I think LSU receivers do well in the league. So I would go Neighbors, but I mean, like I said, it's just what type of wide receiver do you like? You like the big guys that run and block, or do you like, the fluid wide receivers? But give me Neighbors.
Damn well I wasn't picking AJ Brown. Shit. But no, real talk. I think AJ Brown cold, but I think like you said, it's a preference. It's whatever you like, whatever fits your team a little better. I'm picking Malik Neighbors because I like a little yak with my wide receivers. I like a little. Hey, I can throw you this 5-yard screen and you can make 2 miss and get to the crib. Exactly. Like I like that out my wide receivers, and I think he can run a better route tree than AJ Brown. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. I ain't even got too much. I think they both number ones, like you said. So I don't really got I'm not gonna bash one of them or nothing like that. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna definitely go Malik on that. My friendly neighbor. Okay, this is my woman. But at _Krishana 22. Rams versus Seahawks. Who wins the division? Both 11-3 with the top 2 scoring defense. She been around me too long. Okay. A hell of a question.
That's one of them stats she say. You be like, who the hell you been talking
Man, about? Who the fuck you been talking to?
Why do you know that?
Who told you that?
So is that official? Like this game tonight is basically like because the 49ers still have a chance. But whoever loses this game basically out of.
I don't want to say out of it.
There's still 2
weeks. They can get 3 in. They can get 3 in.
No, I'm saying like for the division race.
Oh, for the division, yeah, I think so. I would think so, yeah.
I feel like it's hard to beat a team twice in the same year in your division. So the Rams got it bad on that. And then the Seahawks are at home. But, bro, it's something about these Thursday night games for some reason. It's always the underdog and it's always the road team. So, if I'm going off that logic, I'm gonna say the Rams. Like they got the big fight feel more than the Seahawks to me. So I'm gonna say the Rams. I've been sticking with the Rams all year, so I'm gonna just keep going with that.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. I just put them in the Super Bowl 2 questions ago.
Right.
So, and that don't mean they win the division. So to answer that question, I guess I'll just say the Rams. But yeah, I think it's the Rams. I think they keep the 1 seed. I think you got to go to LA to win these games. Like you brought up a few pods ago, though, I don't know how much that works in their favor because SoFi is a place where even if your fans don't travel, it's going to be a lot of them in there that day.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm gonna just take the Rams. Long story short on this question, you know what I mean? I'm just take the Rams. I would make it real simple, like I always try to do when I pick the Rams. The best coach, the best quarterback, the best defense. Well, it might not be the best defense, but best coach, best quarterback. Let's call it a top 5 defense. I'm gonna take them guys.
It's hard to argue
That's
that.
hard to go against. You feel me? So 100% taking that. Now we go get into this locker shock and get out of here, bro, because we definitely ran a little long. I appreciate all y'all for staying with us, and I appreciate
my picks for the week too. That's crazy. Let me go ahead and this is in long time me making these picks.
You said you have not made your picks for this week?
I've not made my picks for this week, so this would be
hey, bro, even better. Let's do it, do it live. JC be coming in here prepared with the answers, man. If you done wrote this down, no, brother, you gonna get like all of us now. You know what I'm saying? Well, party to the party. It's all right. Let me see. All right. Tonight, Rams Seahawks. Can I just put you down for Rams because we both said they were going to win the division and then
I got them in the Super Bowl like you. It ain't no way I can not pick them to win a big fight like tonight.
Yeah. What was that? Saturday, 5 p.m. Philly at Washington. I mean, Washington just beat us, but that doesn't mean anything. Like absolutely nothing. They're a bad football team, just like
the Eagles. It's the type of game they would win. They gonna feed on the lesser.
Yeah, they just did it to the Raiders. I'll take the Eagles too, even though I hate them. I gotta say fuck the Eagles, even though I'm picking them. Green Bay at Chicago, man. It's the night game on Saturday.
I am going to go against my line of thinking and pick the Bears just because I think it's hard to beat a team twice. I think they match up well. They at home. It's a big game. They need to win it. Bears, please do not make me look stupid.
Yeah, I'm actually riding with you on that one. I ain't gonna lie. Just they at home. As we talked about earlier with the Micah injury, I feel like Jordan Love is gonna feel that. He gonna feel the same way that I was talking about, and he might start to press a little bit. And the one thing that the Bears have done all year, like the defense, I don't think the defense is great, but they've done like the Jags and they create turnovers. That's it. Yep. Yeah, so you can limit the other team's possessions and increase yours. You usually win that game. So I'm riding with Chicago on that one, and it's gonna be cold as shit. You don't really know how niggas start to play after they get hit a little bit. And I know one thing that Ben Johnson has done is instill physicality over there. He will run the ball 40 times. Yeah. He don't give a damn. No. So I'm rocking with the Bears on that one. Chargers at Dallas.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think Dallas probably is like over it at this point, knowing that their season's done. I think I seen something they was contemplating on even playing Dak for the rest of the year, but they're going to. But Chargers, like they need to pad their record. They need to be trying to get as many wins as they can for seeding purposes. So Chargers.
Bro, and I wrote down Chargers on mine, but I'm gonna go Dallas. And because it's just Dallas of them to lose the game that could keep you in the playoffs, and then now that you have a 0.8% chance, you're going to win the next one. And they were both at home. But, one was at 8 o'clock on prime time and one's at 1 p.m. And the Chargers got to go cross-country, 1 o'clock. That's 10 o'clock to them. Shit like that. So I'm going to go Dallas on that one. Just because this is what they do. This is what they do. This is a pointless win, meaning, I ain't going to say pointless or meaningless, but you need a whole lot of fucking help for them to get in.
Right.
So I think they take this one just because this is what they do. And they'd be like, only if this was a week ago.
Chargers lose that game, they definitely will be on bad sign or bad game segment next week.
No, absolutely. 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 Your NFC South buddies. Tampa Bay at Carolina.
I don't know, bro. This is like I'm perplexed. I'm gonna go. Man, the shit I've been seeing out of Tampa Bay lately, bro, I can't pick them. I'm gonna go
No,
Carolina.
Baker's had a bad month of football.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Carolina at home. I think Todd Bowles might be running on borrowed time right about now. My opinion. What I'm hearing and seeing when I'm on Twitter, I don't think they fucking with him no more. Fan base wise, I think it's over with.
So, and I hope not, because some of these games ain't his fault. Some of these games ain't his fault.
No, I just think some shit just run its course.
I feel you. Hey, man, he could be the Giants DC next year. I ain't tripping. I already wrote it down. I took Carolina just because at home they play extremely well at home. Yeah, they're going to run the fucking football. And that's a given. And I don't think Tampa has any answers for that. Baker's played a bad month of football. It's a game with high stakes, so I do expect his best this week. I do expect that slump to end a little bit this week, but I still just don't see it enough. Like, Carolina probably run the ball, kill time of possession, shit like that. Just limit Baker's possessions in general. So yeah, I'm taking Carolina. And then I think Tampa wins the game at the end of the year. Just off the top of my head right now. They win week 18 game.
I think that's where the frustration with Bowles come in. Like, dude, you're supposed to be a defensive guy, and it's just like, but I think their defense kind of got aged out.
I was gonna say name their defensive. Like, you can't really name too many. You name Levante David.
Yeah, they got Vea on the inside, but it's like shit. We just double team him and run elsewhere. I think Kalijah Kancey got hurt at the start of the year. They got some guy. They just signed JPJ back from retirement.
JPP, don't do my dog like that.
JPP. Yeah, I mean, shit. If you need pass rush help, them old guys off the edge, they'll get you about 2 or 3 for sure. But it's like that's the move you pulling right now in the division race, trying to go like you're looking at a little desperate. I never liked their DB group. Like their DB group began torched my whole life. So I don't know. Like you said, I think it's that run game with Carolina.
Rico no DBs.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
No DBs, no pass rush, one linebacker, and one D lineman.
They got the best wide receiver room in the league, if you ask me. God damn, they wide receiver group go about 5-6 deep.
No, they are loaded. I ain't gonna lie.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, that ain't even fair. That is like what? Drafting a wide receiver first round last year was insane. Anyway, a game that nobody gives a fuck about, and I'm just gonna write down the Giants. But I'm just gonna put this on wax. They're probably gonna get the shit beat out of them. Like, and I don't even. We play Minnesota. We play the Vikings in New York, and I don't trust JJ. I'm not saying it like that, but I don't trust the Giants anymore. I'm just there to watch Jackson Dart play football. I've been like that the last about 6 weeks. I just, been on here trying to be positive.
I know it's hard, bro. It's every fucking season we've been doing this. Just ass. But hey, when that game come on Sunday, it's like all your thoughts just leave, all your hatred for the team.
I be just as excited.
Just dumb. Just sitting there, just dumb.
Yeah, dumb is the perfect word. I can't say nothing about it.
I actually took Dart out my fantasy lineup for this game. Flores.
I don't blame you for Flores. Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I don't trust McCarthy either. But the way y'all been describing y'all defense this year, I don't know if it's like the one to really like make his efficiency show. So I'm gonna take Minnesota here. Are y'all at home?
Yes. That doesn't matter.
It really don't. I think Minnesota.
There's nobody gonna be at that game. It's too cold. Stadium be empty.
Minnesota. I mean, y'all got shit to lose for at this point, though. Y'all the number 1 overall pick.
Absolutely got shit to lose for.
So I would say that I think maybe a 14-3 type of lead, and we pack it in.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I don't know. JJ McCarthy played in Michigan. He not worried about the cold. Yeah, I don't know. I think Justin Jefferson gets out that slump. He gets busy this week. I think he get busy this week. Just being honest. Abdul Carter might have another one of them games though, but other than that, like, shit. Anyway,
Just be watching for the players and not the results.
yeah, I'm watching for certain people as well. That's it. But yeah, let's speed through the rest of these, bro. Buffalo at Cleveland. I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah, give me the Bills.
That defense ain't that good. Shador might have a decent one. Kansas City at Tennessee.
Give me the Titans.
I was about to say I wrote Tennessee too. Yeah, just
He's been playing a little bit closer the last couple weeks.
yeah. Cam Ward catching his stride. Nick Wright, who's the biggest Kansas City Chiefs fan I know, said, well, that I don't know, that I know of, said we're about to see how bad the Chiefs really are these next couple weeks. So, well, this version of them. Cincinnati at Miami. Did Quinn Ewers get his first dub? That defense that bad? Kind of.
With the way Burrow been going, I'm gonna take Miami at home. I think they get the new quarterback bump.
That's cool. I took Cincy. I don't trust it just yet. I don't trust the winning cures all, bro. So like he win a game, his mindset will change a little bit. I ain't gonna say he still don't want out, but he's a little bit.
Man, at this point, we'll have to see.
Yeah. Excuse me. Jets at Saints. I'm picking Saints.
Yep, me too. Saints at home play a little bit different, and I think they've been. I think Tyler Shook might have earned himself another year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think he done that, especially if he put together another good one against these niggas. Because he got more wins. He got more wins in his career than Spencer Rattler already. There's that. Jacksonville at Denver. Game of the week.
I'm gonna take the Broncos. I think the Jags, Florida team going up there, that just don't sit right to me. But the Jags win. I will put a little bit more stock into them.
I 100% agree. I'm taking the Broncos. I think Trevor had a high. He might be riding that high a little too high. He played the Jets, brother.
Right.
Falcons at Cardinals. You getting Jacoby Brisket?
Cardinals, like I said, the Falcons do not deserve respect to be picked in no game for the rest of the year. And
you standing on that.
I can see it already. They're riding the high of this Tampa Bay game too much, bro. Like Cardinals.
Yeah, in Arizona, I definitely feel you on that. But give me the Falcons. Fuck it. Let go. Kirk Chains. Let ride. Let ride. Vegas at Houston. Houston. Oh my! I feel bad for whoever playing quarterback for Vegas. Kenny Pickett or Geno. I feel so bad for y'all this week. Oh my goodness! Them niggas had like 70 yards last week against the Eagles. I think the Texans defense is head and shoulders better than the Eagles.
Man, when I started to think about my team as ass, I just look at the Raiders and be like, it could be worse.
Man, it could be worse.
It could be worse somehow.
It could be so much worse. Oh man. Pittsburgh at Detroit. I'm taking Detroit. They don't lose 2 in a row. I don't subscribe to the AARP. So Rodgers been playing good though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Detroit.
Yeah, let's see. 8:20 game, New England at Baltimore. Give me Baltimore because they at the crib.
I don't want to pick the Ravens, but I'm gonna say the Ravens are a little bit more desperate, and I feel like after what the Patriots just pulled, bro, I don't feel confident really picking them. But I want to pick them bad because I feel like that bounce back to show that that's not who we are is gonna be on their mind. But I'm gonna pick the Ravens.
And that's exactly why they're gonna start pressing.
Yep.
That's exactly why. Vrabel and the 22-year-old quarterback. Yeah, they're both gonna panic. 8:15 Monday, San Francisco at Indy. Is Phillip Rivers probably playing again? Might I just say before you answer that I got into a full-blown argument with somebody on my YouTube.
Seen it.
And I was the dumbass at the end of it. Of course, I get called a dumbass. I'm not smart. I don't have any brains. But that nigga threw 27 passes for 23 yards and what, a touchdown. Cool. He did great. Do you not think you could have scraped any active NFL quarterback to come do that? Was my whole point. You didn't have to go get a 44-year-old nigga that just was coaching high school football and ain't lifted no weights in 5 years. Like, the only thing he do is lift his food up to eat it, nigga. He don't do. Anyway, and the stuff I'm saying now, I wasn't saying then. I had to really go hate watch that game. I'm really happy they lost. I had to go hate watch the game because I'm arguing with the nigga in the comments. But with all that said, I'm still not picking these goddamn Colts. San Francisco.
Yeah, Niners got a little bit more to play for. I think the Colts already know their season is down. And I really feel like the only reason Rivers got signed was because of personal connection with Steichen. Like, nobody was seeking him out due to playability. Like you said, they could have got way better than that, but personal relationship. So
I just got my friend a job. Nigga, they run our offense at his high school.
all right.
He's used to this. I don't know. Anyway, that's a wrap on that. Yeah, man, it's been a long one. We appreciate everybody that stayed. The few of y'all that stayed the whole time. Yeah, y'all go subscribe. I don't know where my paper at. It's gone. Pretend it's here. No, found it. Y'all go subscribe, man. Y'all go like, comment, subscribe. Comment for sure. Go in there. Go in the comments. I'm opening up the mailbag. You got any questions? If you see something this Sunday, you come back to this video, put it in the comments. I will see it, and we can talk about it next week if you want to. JC, I appreciate you, bro. Happy birthday to my niece Lala. That's where bro is. It's a birthday. He couldn't be here today, so happy birthday, Lala. And yeah, what does that say? Jacoby Myers just got a 3-year extension with Jacksonville through 2028. So some breaking news for y'all as we get off. Y'all go fuck with JC Inside the Game podcast. I think we record tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I might
one of
do
these upcoming days.
NBA mailbag as well. You kind of put that out there.
Got you. So yeah, we'll be doing that one of these days this weekend, probably tomorrow, and it'll get out when it get out. But but if y'all go tap in with Inside the Game JC and then hit that subscribe button and then y'all hit the bell like I asked y'all do about mine, it don't really matter when he drop a video because anytime he do, you'll know. You feel me?
There you go.
Good bars as we leave. Good bars. But no, I appreciate you, bro. We finna get out of here. You got any words? Good.
Nope. Let's see this game on the night, man. That's what I'm waiting on.
Yes, sir. We go eat some pizza and do other stuff until the game comes on. All right. Random things.